river generator. Alright, so here we have a still quite work in progress. I didn't get too far in it. A river generator. And essentially what it does is it uses a spline, cuts out a trench within the incoming terrain, and then tries to create a surface on top of that you can apply a water material to. So we have our very standard terrain input that in this case is using this height field. Just bringing that in here. Then we have the ability to resample to take out some of the hard edges and the hard kinks in the river. It's kind of not really noticeable, but the higher you go, the less details you end up actually having. Then we can adjust the width, make a nice thick river or not. And we can lower the height of the water, which is this fairly nice feature. It doesn't look as smooth inside of Unity, unfortunately. And then we can offset these river edges. Bring them in, bring them further out. We can also adjust the overall thickness of the river. We can actually make certain areas thicker, some areas thinner. As you can see, the water shape unfortunately doesn't conform, doesn't get bigger. I suppose if you made the overall, no, you will just end up with areas. It kind of makes like a nice little beachy areas, I suppose. But it was well on its way to being something pretty powerful, I think. So that's the basics inside of Houdini. Now inside of Unity, you need to have a terrain already in a Unity terrain. And what we'll do here is we're going to import our river generator HDA into Unity, drop it into the scene, and you should see a green spline appear. This is the default river that's going to be generated for us. Now, because the way the tool currently works, we need to disable the visibility on our main terrain that we want, and the reason for that is the river is going to actually generate a new terrain for us, using the spline and all that stuff. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set this to terrain, the input type, because it's obviously a terrain. We're going to add a slot, select this little thingy here, and this is the terrain that's part of the main one. And now we get this box. You can select this last output here, and you can just disable the visibility here. So now you can see we've got something that's creating quite a trench here, and we're able to control this. This is definitely the width that's doing this. I find around 25 doesn't look too bad, and now you can actually see we've got our spline back. Sorry, not the spline, the water surface. We can actually lower this a little bit more so that it looks a little bit more in the water. That's actually not that good. Just make it maybe 35. And I find that a higher spline resample tends to give a little bit nicer of a river. Over here we can actually, if we drop this to about 0.3. Oh wow, I'm very zoomed in. That about 0.3, this one about 0.7. And you can see we're actually starting to get quite a nice shape here now. It's maybe a little too low in some areas. Maybe if we rise, ooh, that's very high. It's very sensitive, so maybe minus 3. That looks okay. So you do have access to the curve here, where you can, or to the water, where you can apply your material. And yeah, so you are also able to adjust the curves here. You can bring him out there, and you'll see the river actually follows along, which is very nice. You can obviously guide it as you see fit. And if you don't like any of this, or if you want to continue adding more, you are of course more than welcome to. If you do want to delete it, I think you can just select it. Yes, you can just select and you can delete, delete, delete. This is now, of course, if you wanted to start from scratch, you'll move your starting point to where you'd like, maybe up there. You don't need to do the height, but I find it's helpful. Then maybe let's just go straight from the top view. So see, that's not even. Let's edit that one. Somewhere there. Hello. Okay. And we'll add something here. There we go. We've got a nice river coming down the mountain. As I say, it was still a work in progress. I was unable to finish this, but I think it does have potential. Cool. Thanks, guys.